Well, hello you guys, and welcome back to our channel.
Welcome back to the channel, everyone, where we're doing a Q&A on everything about where we're sitting right now. It's super exciting, but I feel like I have to get something off my chest.
What?
Tori looks amazing right now. And I actually looked pretty decent myself this morning. We went to like a little surprise birthday brunch for a friend, and I got this beautiful quiche. Like I thought it was squishy for a second. So I go and cut it, and there was this like cherry tomato.
It was squishy.
Yeah, it was squishy for sure. And it just shot over everything.
Yeah.
And so
One of his like nice new collared Everlane shirts.
Yeah, I felt
it was like bright.
Yeah, so I put a little family photo up, but
yeah.
And then secondly, this is kind of funny. I feel like I'm just like confessing everything.
Yeah.
Tori broke her top.
Oh, literally this little tie right here. As I put my shirt on, it just popped open, and it's not a shirt that you can wear with it broken. And so, what was the solution?
Yeah, look at this ingenuity. Wow.
Ingenuity?
Look at this why can't I say that word? Ingenuity.
Yep.
For Father's Day, Tori got me some fly fishing flies.
Yeah.
And we had nothing else to save this thing.
Could not find a safety pin.
She currently has a fly fishing fly hooked her shirt and top together. So that's fine.
Hey, it worked.
Anyways, I just wanted to mention that.
Yep.
Today we're doing a Q&A, answering your question that you asked on Tori's Instagram. And there is a question sponsored by Ethos, so we're excited for that. And we're just going to jump in because you guys actually asked really good questions. Not that that surprises me, but questions that made me think.
Yeah.
Did they make you think?
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
Like ones that made me uncomfortable.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want me to answer or ask the first one?
I'll ask the first one. I'll ask the first one.
All right.
Juicy. Do you regret moving into a project home?
I don't think we have any regrets.
I got no regrets.
I don't have any regrets. I think just getting to the actual renovation process is taking a lot longer than we thought it would originally, which everyone
told
said,
us, yes.
And we were like, no, we got this.
Yeah.
And then just the process, which we'll kind of get into, has just been taking a little longer, which, you know what, I feel like we'll look back on and be like, we're so glad that we moved in to the house prior to renovating, because being here and living here has helped us like cast vision for what we actually want. So
yeah, and without sounding too weird, it definitely like popped our balloon in some ways, where you guys remember our first house that we built. It was like perfectly made for us because it was fully custom, and we were so thankful for that time.
You know?
It was so amazing. And then living in other houses that are not like built to your specifications or what you desire or how your family operates, it kind of reminds your soul a bit that the earth doesn't revolve around me. It doesn't revolve around our family, and it helps us be a little less selfish, honestly.
And be content
because,
inside of the imperfections.
And so I think that that's like a weird version of it that I think it's been good like mentally for us, because it reminds us to practice patience. And like when things aren't working, or when you step on a creaky floorboard and it wakes up your son after 30 minutes, you learn patience in that moment. Yes. I'm speaking from experience.
I comment this below because honestly, we've lived in like newer builds, even newer apartments, like since we've been married. And so this is our first time living in like a much older home. And some people find creaky floors
like the charm
so charming. We are not those people.
We're not those people.
Like they're like so uneven. You literally like feel yourself going down like certain.
I came downstairs today and I took a step off the stairs and I was like,
is it gonna fall through?
Am I gonna fall through the floor right now?
Okay, well actually the deck.
Yeah.
We did fall through.
There's holes in the deck.
Yeah, like Chad stepped and it literally like broke through. So it's anyways, next question. The second one is, what do you not like about the home? I feel like we just answered that actually.
Yeah, I feel like maybe that's the easiest question is like, what do you like about the home? No, and I'm not trying to sound like a diva regarding that, but I love how much potential the home has.
Yes, we love the potential.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I feel like
we love the basement.
Yeah, the basement's cool. We're not living in it yet, but
but the basement has a lot of potential, and honestly, we're trying to steward the money for the renovation well, so we probably won't even renovate the basement until phase 2.
Yeah, we'll have to wait.
But we feel like the basement is such a hidden treasure inside of this home.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So I will say like the basement's giving major creepy vibes right now.
But we'll get through that.
But like once we like do it, I feel like it's gonna be really great.
We'll actually put a picture up of the creepy stuff so you guys can be like, okay, that's kind of weird.
I've watched like one too many scary movies.
Okay, question number 3 is sponsored by Ethos, and the question is actually one that a lot of people were wanting to know, which is, did the crazy market scare you all? AKA the higher home prices and higher interest rates, but what's happening in the economy? And I think on the surface level, yes, it's absolutely scary, especially considering our first home that we got. And we didn't plan that. We felt very blessed by it, but we got in at the right time. And we had never been homeowners, so we didn't understand interest rates and home prices. We just kind of thought that they were always the same. We didn't understand the difference between like a 3% and a 5% and an 8% interest rates. We didn't understand the impact that that actually has on things. And I think there's like 3 things that have helped us make this decision. I think obviously the first one is prayer. Like Tori and I were praying over this decision about like it knowing it's gonna be a lot more work, especially with our young family. But we had so much peace surrounding it because we can see our family being here. We can see our family thriving here. We can see our kids and their friends coming and playing here. So whenever we looked at like the price or now getting a higher interest rate because we were getting rid of the smaller interest rate, that is like something that helped us be okay with it. I think the second thing is that we also plan on refinancing. I don't know how much you all know about that side of things. We didn't know a lot about it, but because we are going to renovate, the home is going to be worth a lot more after we put that chunk of money into it. And so we would then refinance, and hopefully we'll refinance at a lower interest rate. I think there's a quote that says, marry the home, date the rate. And so, have you heard that? Yeah. And so that's something that we also took into effect. But also the third thing that gives us peace of mind, at least gives me a lot of peace of mind, is having life insurance. And that's actually why I want to talk to you guys about Ethos. So whenever we got our first house in Florida, we got a message from our friend saying, hey, do you have life insurance? I'm like, no, that stuff's kind of weird to me. I'm not like,
do it later.
I just feels like everybody has something and they're trying to like sell it to you. And I was like, I don't know about this. But then I was like, okay, someone explained this to me. And basically the thing that really hit my heart genuinely was that if something happened to me, or even something happened to Tori, but if something happened to me, she'd be on the hook for the mortgage. And I was like, oh snap, we work together. Like this is us, right? And that really scared me. So then we got started with this process, and it was like, it was more money and more stress than I thought it was gonna be, but it did give us peace of mind. But then when we got this house, we needed to increase coverage because again, back in our old house, we got in at a much lower home price. So we need increased coverage, and we looked elsewhere, and we saw so many better options through Ethos. And Ethos, it literally took 10 minutes of answering different health questions, and we didn't have to get blood drawn, we have to go into a doctor for a medical exam, we have to do these things. Ethos basically makes getting life insurance so much easier. They make it more affordable, less stressful, and just easier to understand, less complicated. And what's wild is whenever I was first putting it in there, I would put it in for like the same amount of coverage that we had before just to see, and the quote was half of what our original life insurance policy was for. So this time we actually increased the coverage. It's still super low, but now it gives the beneficiary, which is us, if something were to happen to us, freedom to use the money on something more than the mortgage. So for example, if something were to happen to me and Tori got the check to pay off the mortgage, now there's even more for her to use for whatever she needs for lifestyle needs. For example, if she needs to take time off of work to grieve or to raise the kids. And it's not fun to talk about. It's very uncomfortable to talk about, but it's a reality. And so I think that also gave us peace of mind. And so if you've wondered about life insurance, or you're in a situation where you have a home and you don't have it, we definitely recommend you look into this sooner than later with Ethos, because it's unfortunate, but the older you get, the more expensive it becomes. And according to Investopedia, life insurance rates can go up 8 to 10% per year. And so you actually save more money by locking into it earlier. Lock in right now with Ethos, scan here or click the link in the description.
Love it. Will we get to see what all you're doing? Like,
after all the time we've been on YouTube, after everything we've been through together.
Obviously, duh. We're still just like figuring so much out. And I know that even like on Instagram and stuff like that, we really haven't showed what the house looked like. But a little bit of that is honestly because it's so dark in this house that I feel like when I go to Story, I literally always go to the same one spot because it's like the one spot in this house that actually has like decent lighting. And also all of our lights flicker all of the time because like
electrical issues.
There's like electrical
Our
issues.
Dishwasher leaks onto the wood floor.
Yeah, so there's like just a lot going on. I feel like we leave the house constantly. Like every day after we wrap like podcasts or if we're doing a YouTube video or whatever, we're like, peace out. And we like go to friends' houses. And so I just feel like we haven't really showed it, but we will. We'll do a lot of like before and afters and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. So the next question is, this is a question that we kind of already answered a little bit, which, what is your favorite part of the house? Do you want to answer our favorite part of the house on 3 to see if we have the same answer?
Okay.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
The backyard.
Yeah. Perfect.
We already know that.
What?
We already said that.
I know, but we're talking about things that anyways. The yard. Yes.
Okay, next, because there's a creek, and that's like the whole reason we bought it. Y'all know this.
Can I share one more thing though?
Sure.
I think that you guys are gonna love what we're doing to the basement.
Yeah.
I'm a little jealous because unfortunately the basement won't be for us.
Yeah, it's for our guests.
It's for guests. And so we're gonna build like a really nice guest suite. So people, like we love hospitality and we want to have a place that invites people in.
Yeah, like families. Like we have so many friends that have like multiple children. And so we're like, how can we build this out in a way that they feel like they can come with their kids
and stay for a week
and be comfortable, and the kids have a place to sleep and they have a place to sleep, and there's like a little kitchen, a little hang area, like it's gonna be really great. And so very excited. But honestly, it's funny that we're even talking about that because we're not even gonna renovate that for like probably another year.
But I've never had a basement before.
Never had a basement.
Yeah, it's really like a whole extra house. I mean, not ours, but like it's like a
little apartment.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's really fun. So the next question is, will you do any DIY renovation videos?
After everything we've been through with each other on YouTube, you think that not this body, no, I'm just teasing. We would actually love to do some things. What would you like to do?
Well, okay, here's the thing. We're doing so much to the house. Like, it's past the point of DIYing a lot of things because we're like knocking down walls and we're adding on a portion to the house. And so the house would not be secure to live in if Chad and I did it. Like, we're literally having to work with a general contractor and an architect to like figure out like the new roof line and stuff like that.
But if you all want to know anything about like demo, maybe we'll do some DIY demo. That could be fun.
That would be fun.
I've always wanted to do some of that stuff.
You've always wanted to have like a
demo day.
A chip gains.
Yeah, a chip gains day. Yeah.
I work harder, not smarter.
Yeah, run through a wall.
Yeah.
And Lord willing, that ends up being like the brick wall. So that would not be good.
So yeah, sorry about that. But the next question was, are y'all gonna do a house tour before and after? I don't know if we'll do a full-blown house tour before, but I do know that we'll get like a lot of before.
I think we'll get the before, and then when we do more of a reveal, we'll do like before and afters.
Yeah, and I think too, over on Instagram, I'm gonna start showing a little bit more of the house and get your opinion on some things that I'm wrestling with, even like when it comes to like this kind of tile or this kind of tile or this floor or this floor. I think it'd be fun to get you guys involved in that process.
Yeah. Next question. What are you most excited about to design? We probably have different answers to this. So do you want to go first? Do you have an answer?
I have 2 answers.
Okay, what's your first one? Then I'll do one, then we'll do your second.
The kitchen.
Yeah. That's not mine, but that one's gonna be amazing. Honestly, y'all, without getting way too deep and emotional in this answer, Tori and I love hospitality. Like, it's a part of like our family mission statement as we like created like an acronym of the pillars that our family believes in. The H in the word worship, every letter is a different pillar for us. The H is hospitality, and that's like something that's so important to us. And so I would say like the great room.
Yeah. I was literally it was between the kitchen and the great room, which is funny because those 2 are the things that like are getting built out. They're like not currently in this floor plan. And so they're going to have really awesome windows overlooking our favorite part, which is the backyard. And so I'm very excited about that.
It's just going to be such a great way to do life with people. You know, like I love the idea of having like maybe like once a month having like friend like Shabbat dinner at our house, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Where
we can host. again.
I get really excited about that.
Yeah. And it's not, people are literally at our house like almost every day. So it's not like we're not opening our doors in this season and having people over. But our current living space, once you have more than 4 people in here, it starts to just feel really crowded.
Yeah.
And we have an amazing, amazing community here. And if we were to invite like probably 30 people, if we were to invite the crew over here, there's just really not space. It would just be a little tough. And so we're excited to have a little more room and like not everything be so compartmentalized. Yeah. Will you have a designated prayer room in this house? Yes. 100%.
Yeah.
So excited.
The toilet room? I'm just teasing, babe. I'm just
teasing. Room.
Well, a lot of people, maybe, I don't know if you guys know this about her, but this is why I get so hyped up on my wife. So obviously, remember our first house, we had that beautiful prayer room, but no matter where she lives, she builds out an area for it. And wouldn't you literally go into your bathtub in your apartment in Tampa, and that became like your prayer spot? Like no water in it, just like clothes.
Well, but I actually I just cleared out a space in my closet.
Oh, she in your closet.
Yeah, so I had it in my closet, like in the bottom little area, but then I would just go and I would sit literally in front of my toilet with my Bible, and I would like read everything on the toilet, and then my closet was like attached to the bathroom, and so then I would go and pin everything up in my closet.
Which makes it all the more exciting to get a place for prayer, because it's kind of like this whole idea of like even this home. I mean, there's not a lot that we love about the home right now, but we're not mad at the home, and so it's kind of like that whole mentality is that if you're unhappy now, you'll be unhappy later. And so we're learning how to be content with what we currently have. And this is great what we currently have, but we're so anticipating the future. But regarding like the prayer room and stuff, is to know that she so enjoyed it previously, than to have like a full blown, like a little closet that's like decked out for prayer. It's just so cool.
And it doesn't even have to be as big as the last one, just a dedicated area that I feel like I can shut the door and be like, I'm having a moment.
I just thought about you like making this little baby closet, and you can only stand up in it, and you're like a little pencil.
That would be awkward, but as long as I can like even sit on the floor, I'm good. Do you think this is your forever home, or do you think we'll end up moving again?
Man, this is one that wow, you already got an answer?
Yeah.
Wow.
I personally don't know if I believe in a forever home.
Oh, okay, that's where you're gonna go.
Yeah, it's just like we see ourselves here for the foreseeable future, but if God were ever to be like, hey, I have something else for you, we hold everything with open hands. Like we're gonna do this renovation with excellence.
We're gonna live like we're staying here.
Yeah, like this feels more like an outpost home, like that we're gonna like really do life and invite people into, and we're gonna build it with that intention. But if God were literally ever to be like, this is not where I have you guys anymore, and pull us and pull the piece and put the piece somewhere else, and like we're going. Yeah,
if I can I get weird on y'all for a quick sec? So a lot of like my men's group, that a lot of the guys that you probably know about are in the same group, and we learn new mindsets that help like change the narrative for our family in the future. And so one of the things that we talked about is that, is your home like a private retreat center, or is your home a forward operating outpost? And so basically our home in Florida, that's why we kind of felt that urge to move, is because we basically built our little private sanctuary that we never wanted to leave.
We didn't.
And
we just stayed there.
Yeah, we just stayed there. And there was like great things happening. We're super thankful for that. But it was a way to almost, and I don't want to say this harshly towards us, but it almost felt like it was more honoring to us than it was to God. And I want to build a home that's completely honoring to Him. And that's where the forward operating outpost comes into play, where it's like, okay, no, we're going to use this home for ministry. We're going to use it for His glory. We're going to bring people in, help them feel rested and loved and encouraged, and send them out.
Yeah, we're literally designing a third of the house for people.
Yeah, like, so it feels much more in line with where we feel like our family's going, and it feels like the intention is less just about what exactly do we want, but it's more about what do we want on mission in our home. And so yeah, that's just kind of some of the mindset.
How can we build it to foster community?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
Love it. Okay, next question. What is the design inspo would love to see?
So, do you want me to answer this?
I mean, maybe I can send in just like a couple inspo photos or something.
Yeah, we can put some, and keep in mind when we put these photos up here, these homes are millions of dollars.
I mean, you can't just like go on Pinterest and find like exactly what you can do
within a certain
budget.
Yeah.
But like, we love finding inspiration, and we're like, okay, how can we get this feeling on our budget?
Yep.
You know, like, okay, I can pull like these colors, or I can pull like a window placement, or like little things. But we love the like, almost like a modern English cottage cozy vibe.
Cozy and airy.
Yeah.
It sounds weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, or it has like
both
good windows, feels like, you know, you're in nature. But it's also cozy in a sense that it's not like gigantic or anything. Yeah, and I think that it's just that modern kind of cottage feel. Yeah. Like our first one was like more of a modern Tudor home, and this one feels more cottage. Yeah, so I'm excited about that.
Yeah, I love it. I think that's all the questions.
That is?
Yeah, there was one more, but we literally answered that multiple times.
We answered multiple times.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. Well, excited to hear your thoughts on all that. And again, if you're looking to learn more about life insurance, I definitely recommend you either scan the QR code or click the link in the description and get started with Ethos. Literally, the quiz takes 10 minutes, super easy. They just ask some health questions and then you'll get a quote. And yeah, super easy.
Fantastic. Well, we love you guys, and we're excited to bring you on this journey with us. If there's any questions that we did not answer, leave them below and we'll try to answer them over on Instagram. So make sure you're following over there. We love you guys, and we'll see you in the next video.
See you next one. I think a question we didn't answer is maybe timeline. We'll answer that in the future though.